In this podcast episode, the host welcomes Dr. Paul Saladino, a prominent figure in the field of human biology and nutrition. The discussion centers around the controversial topic of seed oils, often marketed as heart-healthy, and their detrimental effects on human health. Dr. Saladino argues that these oils are in fact metabolic toxins that contribute to a range of chronic diseases. Dr. Saladino begins by emphasizing that consuming seed oils, which are prevalent in many processed foods, is akin to poisoning oneself. He explains that these oils, rich in omega-6 fatty acids, are highly susceptible to oxidation, leading to the formation of harmful compounds in the body. The pervasive presence of seed oils in everyday foods, such as potato chips, salad dressings, and breads, creates a hidden source of inflammation that many people are unaware of. He asserts that the mainstream medical community, including institutions like Harvard, continues to downplay the risks associated with seed oils, despite mounting evidence suggesting their harmful effects. The conversation delves into the historical context of seed oils, noting that humans have not consumed these oils in significant quantities until recent decades. Dr. Saladino references various studies, including randomized clinical trials, that indicate a correlation between seed oil consumption and increased rates of chronic diseases, such as cardiovascular issues and cancer. He argues that many of these studies have been suppressed or misrepresented, leading to a skewed understanding of the health implications of seed oils. Dr. Saladino also highlights the flawed nature of many studies that claim seed oils are benign. He points out that many of these trials were conducted before the dangers of trans fats were fully understood, and often compared diets high in saturated fats to those high in seed oils without accounting for the presence of trans fats in the control group. This has led to misleading conclusions about the safety of seed oils. A significant portion of the discussion focuses on the relationship between seed oils, cholesterol, and inflammation. Dr. Saladino argues that the narrative surrounding cholesterol has been overly simplistic, often blaming it for cardiovascular disease without considering the underlying causes, such as inflammation and oxidative stress. He explains that LDL cholesterol, when unoxidized, is not inherently harmful. Instead, it is the oxidized forms of LDL that contribute to arterial damage and inflammation. Dr. Saladino emphasizes that inflammation is a key player in many chronic diseases and that the consumption of seed oils exacerbates this issue. He discusses how the body responds to inflammation and how the presence of oxidized LDL can lead to a cascade of negative health effects. The conversation also touches on the importance of understanding the body's immune response and how insulin resistance plays a role in metabolic dysfunction. As the conversation progresses, Dr. Saladino offers practical advice for listeners looking to improve their health. He suggests that eliminating seed oils from the diet is a crucial first step. He also discusses the potential benefits of adopting a low-fat diet temporarily to accelerate the detoxification process from seed oils, although he acknowledges that this approach may not be sustainable for everyone. Dr. Saladino advocates for a diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods, particularly animal-based foods that are low in linoleic acid. He highlights the importance of consuming healthy fats, such as butter and beef tallow, which are less likely to contribute to oxidative stress. He also mentions the potential benefits of certain fatty acids, like C15-pentanoic acid, found in dairy fats, which may offer protective effects against oxidative damage. The discussion shifts to the broader implications of dietary choices on public health. Dr. Saladino expresses concern over the influence of the food industry on dietary guidelines and public policy. He points out that many members of the USDA's Dietary Guidelines Committee have ties to the processed food industry, raising questions about the integrity of the recommendations being made. Dr. Saladino and Gary Bro discuss the alarming rise in obesity and related health issues in the United States, particularly among children. They emphasize the need for a cultural shift towards healthier eating habits and greater awareness of the dangers of processed foods. Dr. Saladino argues that the current public health narrative often misplaces blame, focusing on individual choices rather than addressing the systemic issues within the food industry. In closing, Dr. Saladino reiterates the importance of understanding the impact of dietary choices on overall health. He encourages listeners to take control of their nutrition by prioritizing whole foods and being mindful of the hidden dangers of seed oils.